Coming into your seat, sitting towards the front of the chair so you have space behind you. And then align your bones. So your hips are going to be at a 90-degree angle, the hip crease. And then your knees are at a 90-degree angle. So your feet aren't way out here or tucked way under you. The ankles are right underneath the knees. And then if you let your hands rest on the thighs, it just gives that tiny bit of extra balance, allowing your spine to be straight and tall. Shoulders are stacking over the hips. And find that comfortable position for your head. So your chin is not sticking way up or tucking way down, but neutral. Back of the neck is a little bit long. You might feel like your ears are stacked on top of your shoulders. Let your sitting bones sink a little bit more. Let your breath start to deepen, sending your inhales down into your belly. And begin to take 4 counts to inhale and 4 counts to exhale. Finding your own pace. It doesn't have to be exact seconds. But you're inviting your breath to get deeper and slower. Inviting your mind to slow down. Each time you inhale, let your belly and rib cage flare open to the sides. Filling up 360 degrees around you. And you might feel your breath entering and expanding the chest near the top of your inhales. Go ahead and contract your throat slightly so you can hear your breath, Ujjayi. And keep this breath as you bring the palms together at heart center. Ever so slightly lifting the heart. Notice any expectations that you might have for this practice today, for yourself or for this class. And see if you can let those go. Imagining that this is your first practice with this body today. Inquiring, exploring. Bowing the head to honor all of our teachers who have made it possible for us to practice yoga. Let the hands come back down to the thighs. And begin to circle your head and neck, gently lengthening the neck. Inhale as the head lengthens up off the back. Exhale as it comes forward. You're creating flexibility and strength at the same time. Smoothly reverse the direction. Notice what feels loose, what could use extra attention. You're inquiring. Inhale your head to center. Reach the arms out and up. Bending at the elbows, bring your fingers in front of the shoulders, thumbs behind, or hands can hover. And circle out the shoulders by circling the elbows. Opening the lungs. Other way. Reach the hands forward, draw them together, interlacing the fingers. Bend the elbows and then draw your elbows together, circling out the wrists. Other way. And let the hands down. Opening your feet a little bit, you can inch back into your chair slightly. And inhale, reaching the arms forward and up, so high a little back bend happens. Exhale, your elbows can bend out to the sides. Bring your hands to the knees as you reach your heart forward. And then down, gliding all the way down to the feet, hanging like a rag doll. Inhale, rolling up, hands follow at the top, reaching all the way up. And on your exhale, hands can come to the knees again, or you can reach the arms forward, coming all the way down, hanging like a rag doll. These are spinal waves. Roll it up, and at the top, you reach up. As you exhale, your heart leads. Maybe speed it up a notch. One continuous movement. Last one. With the hands on the legs, we're going to come to standing. Lean it forward, rising up. Bring your chair in front of you with the seat facing away. Fingertips can touch the back of the chair, or you can bring your hands to the hips. Circle the hips around. Now notice your weight is shifting on your feet. This is really good for balance. Other way. Bend the knees. Step your feet together so your knees are touching. They are ever so slightly supporting each other. Hands can rest on the thighs. Circle the knees around. Welcome, Allie. Again, your body is maintaining balance here. Reverse. Standing up nice and tall. Hands touch the chair. Leaning onto your right foot, you can let your left toes rest on the mat and circle. Or if that's uncomfortable for your toes, just let the foot hover. Reverse. Release the left foot, lean on it. Ever so slightly, let the right knee bend, circling. Reverse. Let it down. Pause in mountain, palms facing forward. Feet underneath you, hips stacked on top of the feet. Shoulders stacked on top of the hips. Ears stacked on top of the shoulders. You're tall, you're strong, and you're open. If the eyelids are closed, let them float open. Step away from your chair so you have space. And let your knees bounce a little bit. And then let the arms swing forward and then out to the sides. Forward and out to the sides. Yeah. We're going to add the joy part. Breath of joy. Breath of joy is a 3-part inhale. And then we exhale with a sigh, folding. Okay? First, just watch. Pause back in mountain. You got that idea of the movement. We're going to break it into different pieces. So I'm going to inhale 1/3, second third, third third. And then I'm going to exhale through the mouth, folding. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Sip 1, 2, 3. Keep it going. Two more. The next time that you inhale up, take a full breath, holding at the top, reaching the arms over the head. Stay here, exhale. Inhale again, gently hold. Slowly exhale, let the arms release out and down. Maybe close the eyelids, dive inward and notice. Is there any echo happening? Bringing the palms together at heart center. Let's gently turn so that we're facing the chair if you aren't already. And we'll move through a couple sun salutations. And we'll include this breath of joy. So have a little bit of space around you so that you're able to do that up near your chair, and your arms are going to go on the sides of the chair so that you don't hit it. So it will look like this. And then we'll fold, letting the heart bow over the back of the chair. Okay, it's going to be gentle, slow. All right, standing up nice and tall. Soft knees. 3 sips of inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, folding over the chair, however is comfortable. And now look forward, lengthening your spine from tailbone to crown. You're reaching, you're leaning back into your sitting bones and you're gazing forward. Now step back into your downward dog, reaching the sitting bones back, heart and head melt. And come right into that Ujjayi breath. Maybe taking about 4 counts to inhale, 4 counts to exhale. bending your knees. Draw your left heel towards your right foot so that your left foot is at a 45-degree angle. Lean on it. Step your right foot up to the chair, bending in to your front knee. Now just check, is your front heel lined up with your back heel? If you were to stick a ruler and go straight back, would you find your back heel? Good. Now press into both feet. Lift the heart. Tuck the tailbone. On an inhale, reach the arms up. Let your fingertips touch so you have this prism formation over the crown. There's space in between the hands, but the fingertips are touching. Now draw your left hip back, opening your heart to the side. You might have to slip your back toes back ever so slightly. You might have to widen your stance a tiny bit. Bring the prism down to your heart center. Squeeze the palms together. Inhale, straightening your front knee. Exhale, open the hands out on either side of you over each leg as you exhale out through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Yeah. Imagine that heart opening. Building strength in the legs, building inner strength. One more. Stay here. Palms face up. Glide the shoulders down the back. Can you reach the hands away from each other a tiny bit more? And straighten your front leg. Bring the arms up over your head. Grab your front wrist, your right wrist. Pull it back. And gently pinwheel both hands back to the chair, bending into your front knee. Come onto the ball of your back foot. Lean it back, step back. Walk it out, walking out your downward dog. And come into stillness with it. Reaching the sitting bones back, heart and head melt a little more. And gaze forward, walking up into your flat back. Gently fold. Bend the knees. Arms hang by the sides. 3-part inhale. 1, 2, 3. Hands come to the heart. Pick a spot to gaze as far away from you as possible. So maybe at the far wall, or maybe even out a window. You can always have one hand on the heart, one hand on the back of your chair. Leaning onto your right foot. Strengthen and lengthen through this right leg. Keep your breath. You might stay right here and just hover your left foot over the ground. You're balancing on one foot. This might be enough. Or turn your left knee out to the side. Bring your left foot to the right ankle or calf, never on the knee. You can stay here with the arms, or you can create tree branches. Remember, this is a breathing exercise. This is a meditation. With control, if the arms are up, let them down first. Then release your left foot. Standing on both feet, let your energy equalize through both legs. Leaning onto the left leg. You can always just let your right foot hover over the ground, or bend that right knee out to the side. You're in tree pose, lengthening and strengthening through your left leg, maybe creating tree branches. This strengthens all the muscles that support your spine. Keep breathing. You're meditating, gazing at one spot. The mind will tend to be present here. With control, let the arms down first if they're up. Let your right leg release. And this time, just shake it out. Great, stay where you are. I'm gonna turn the other way, just so as we come into the other side, you can see me easily. 3-part breath. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, gently fold against the chair. Inhale, gazing forward as you reach back through your sitting bones. Exhale, walk it back, downward dog. Does this downward dog feel any different than your first downward dog today? Bend the knees. Draw the heel of your right foot towards your left foot. So your right foot is at a 45-degree angle. Lean on it. Step your left foot up to the chair, bending into your front knee. Good, again, just check your feet. Make sure your front heel is lined up with your back heel and that your feet feel comfortable. Tuck the tailbone, lift the heart. Inhale, rising up. You're steady, you're strong. You can always bounce the legs just to help your weight sink into your feet more. Lift the corners of the mouth. Let your fingertips touch, creating a prism over the crown of the head. We're taking care of the body, taking care of the mind, the emotions, the spirit. Now notice your right hip. Start to draw your right hip back. It'll turn your upper body to the side. Now naturally your back toes are going to want to slip back a little bit. That's okay. And you might feel that your stance needs to be a tiny bit wider. That's okay too. Bring the prism down to your heart center. Press your palms together. Inhale, straighten your front knee. Exhale, open the arms as you say, ha. Inhale. Ha. 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 Two more. Ha. Ha. Stay here. Let your palms flip up. Glide your shoulders down the back. Can you reach your hands even farther away from each other, tugging on the heart center? You're gazing over your front palm. One more breath. Inhale, straighten your front knee, reach your arms up overhead. Grab your left wrist, the one that's closest to the chair. Pull it back towards the back of your mat. Slowly pinwheel both hands to the chair. Come onto the ball of your back foot. Lean back, step back, downward dog, walk it out. Come into stillness with it, one breath. See if you can let go a tiny bit more here. When you're ready, gaze forward, walk it up. You're in your flat back. And gently bow. Notice what you'd like to honor in this moment. Bend the knees, rising up. Last 3-part breath. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's come back to seated in the chair. Have your feet wide. Hands on the knees, toes jut out a little bit more than the heels. And then lean it forward. And fold about halfway. Let your shoulders relax. You can press into the feet a tiny bit. As you press into the feet, it kind of reaches your sitting bones a little bit back. And try to reach your heart a tiny bit more forward and down. Now begin to swing side to side, tracing the shape of a U. Yeah. Getting into all those vital organs in the belly. Beautiful. And if you want to, you can take a full circle or two in each direction. Feel free to play with it. Eventually come into a forward fold. Let your head release down, maybe the hands release down. And slowly roll it up. Glide the shoulders down the back. Inching forward. Bring your ankles right under the knees. Hips relax under the shoulders. Ears stack on top of the shoulders. Maybe let the eyelids close. Relaxing the jaw. Your lips stay together, but the teeth ever so slightly separate. Invite the dome of the mouth to rise. And let your breath be soft. And just listen. Notice the sounds in your environment and let them come to you. Let them touch the ears. invite energy to come to you. While you sit still, energy comes to you. You're welcome to stay here as long as you like. You can spend Shavasana here, or you can lay down on your mat, resting on your back. And as you rest, continue to allow energy to come to you. slowly begin to deepen your breath. Wiggling fingers and toes, circling the wrists. And if you'd like to, you can stretch the arms up over the head. If you're seated, you can bring palms together at the heart. If you're laying down, you can roll to one side. Make your way back to seated. Palms at heart center. Let's circulate this practice with the sound of Om. You can just listen or join in with me. Inhale for Om. The light in me honors the light in you. Remembering that we have light inside and all around us. Remembering that we're all connected and that our practice of yoga affects many more than just us or just our group. Namaste.